Welcome to the Not My Scene podcast, the podcast where we explore different scenes, communities, subcultures, and corners of the internet and tell you what we find. I'm Yarden.
And I'm Kaya. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. It's fun. We've been recording a lot lately, getting in the groove. Back from summer hiatus.
When you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Exactly.
What's your scene this week, Den?
My scene this week has been the girl that fell in love with her psychiatrist.
I'm so glad you said that because I began to see posts about this today. And I was like, I just simply don't have time to dig into this right now. But I would love for someone to explain to me what's going on.
I got you. Yeah, no, literally, I got sucked in so hard yesterday. I did not realize like how long it would take, how much content she had created.
Yeah.
I feel like it took me like an hour and a half to catch up yesterday. Like
Oh my God.
just watching her videos at that point, she'd uploaded like 16 parts. She's still actively uploading parts. So you bet your ass I followed. She got my follow.
Dude, that's like a feature film length amount of content.
Of like just someone talking. Okay.
Tell us everything.
From what I've gathered from her perspective is she saw a psychiatrist via telehealth to get ADHD meds and immediately recognized that her psychiatrist was sexy and her age. But all of this takes place
Clocked.
all of this takes place over 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's 3 years of her seeing him virtually once a month, which also, I mean, I'm not an expert on these things, but I feel like you don't need to see someone every month for 3 years just to get an ADHD
and a psychiatrist specifically. Like, I feel like you see a therapist and then you get referred to a psychiatrist.
She also has a therapist because they're different, right? And,
right.
The therapist just gets dragged in every single part of the story. The therapist is the 75-year-old woman.
She's like, I met the therapist and I immediately clocked that she was not my age and not sexy.
Literally. If what she's describing with the therapist is true, I'm like, this actually does sound like a bad therapist. Like, she very much encourages her delusions of being in love with the psychiatrist. She encourages like her continuing to spend mental energy on this relationship with her psychiatrist and encourages her to like talk to her psychiatrist about her sex life, which is not really in the realm of what her visits are for.
I have such a hard time focusing. It's really hard for me to orgasm because I'm so distracted with my ADHD.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it could be related if it's like you're talking about the effects of the meds, but it's like not that. It's like her telling her therapist, like, me and my boyfriend are having issues in the bedroom, and her therapist being like, you should tell your psychiatrist, I want to get a male's perspective.
Wait, I in that sentence is the therapist, or she should tell her psychiatrist, like, I want to get a male's perspective?
I is the therapist, but again,
the therapist is like, oh, I'd like to have a man's perspective before I give you advice on your... That is so weird.
But again, this is all from the perspective of Kendra, who is... I don't know she's the most reliable narrator.
And we haven't like heard from the therapist herself yet.
No, the 75-year-old.
She's super offline.
And some people were speculating like the therapist and the psychiatrist were in cahoots, like the people that are on her side.
But like in cahoots to do what? And on her side about what?
On her side that the psychiatrist has been emotionally manipulating her to fall in love with him because he thrives off of the attention.
Oh.
So that's her whole thesis is that he is extremely well trained in psychiatry and knowing people's brains. And so he's been using like manipulation tactics to get her to fall in love with him, and like he just thrives off of that. But
Wow.
okay,
And then the therapist is in cahoots. Like she's kind of like a Ghislaine Maxwell of sorts, like finding vulnerable women and promoting these exploitative relationships.
exactly. Yeah, she's the
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine or Ghislaine?
I never found out. It's not too late.
Ghislaine is funnier, so let's just say Ghislaine. She's the Ghislaine to his Jeffrey.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that is just something she offhandedly mentioned. I don't know if there's that many theorists out there, but it is funny.
But maybe this is some way that we could add to the discourse. She's
Yeah.
the Ghislaine to his
She
Jeffrey.
is the Ghislaine to his Jeffrey. So basically the whole time she's talking about these breadcrumbs that he's leaving her, and she's talking about like intermittent, what's it called?
Fasting.
No, when it's like sometimes they give you a lot and then sometimes they pull back.
There's a term.
Intermittent reinforcement.
Oh, okay. Love. Didn't know that term.
It like, which is like what makes things more addictive, when it's like sometimes it's like randomly good and you can't predict when. But so many of the examples she gives, like she finds a way to make everything in support of like her argument that he wants her, or like he needs her to want him. And it'll be things like, he was so professional. He was an expert at setting boundaries. Oh, he loved his boundaries. He was so good at his boundaries. And it'll be like,
Because gave me nothing.
because he's a really smart guy and he didn't want to get in trouble. And if it was like, I would started sending him emails with emojis and heart emojis, and he didn't respond back. He was very smart. He would bring them up in our sessions, but he didn't respond.
Very smart guy. So he'd bring them up, like he'd be like, I saw that heart emoji you sent
I
me."
think it would be, he probably didn't bring up that part. He probably brought up if she said more like psychiatry relevant content.
Yeah, what are you even emailing a psychiatrist about? I feel like this is calling into question my understanding of what a psychiatrist versus a therapist is. Like, this feels like, I feel like a therapist is like, email me, call me on the phone. And a psychiatrist is wearing like a medical coat.
No, exactly.
And like doesn't, like, there's no way. If you want to contact him, you have to go him. They're all, if you want to contact her, you have to go to the hospital and like, I don't know.
Yeah, like it's supposed to be
Like, check yourself
way
in.
more medical.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it didn't really make sense.
I want more impressions. What else would she say?
Oh, I feel like I'm doing really good at impersonating her. Oh, like she would be like, he was very smart. He wouldn't give me a compliment, but he would make a statement so that I would know that, you know, he liked what he was seeing.
Like what?
I would log on to the Zoom session and he would say, oh, you're wearing glasses.
Oh my God, this reminds me of in a former job, I got into a long conversation with a colleague once about how we were in like a sexual harassment and like workplace behavior training, and we got into this like really heated discussion. It was a conference room full with like all of my colleagues about whether or not it was appropriate to compliment someone getting a haircut. Because, like, when you see that someone got a haircut, it's kind of, like, rude to not say, like, oh, I like your haircut, you know? But also it's like, well, that's commenting on someone's appearance. And so then this colleague was like, oh, well, you know, at my old company, we had a discussion about this. And what we would do is to make sure that everything was above the table, if someone got a haircut, we would just say, haircut. to acknowledge that we recognize that their hair had been cut, but to not place any value on the like nature of the
That's
cut
so
and how it
funny.
affected their hotness.
That's so robot.
I know. Haircut.
Pointing haircut.
Boobs.
Recognizing that your coworker got a boob job. Boobs.
BBL. Ozempic.
Chin lift.
Buccal fat removal. Pimple.
Oh god.
Yeah. Okay. So,
That's
anyways,
so he would
the
say
therapist would basically say haircut.
Yeah.
The psychiatrist was saying haircut.
Yeah, or like you curled your hair.
You curled your hair. I don't know. I'm kind of on her side if you say
Okay, well,
you
there are
curled your
parts-
hair.
The part where I'm like, oh, he actually wronged is if she was actually doing all of this stuff for 3 years, like he should have transferred her way earlier. Like she literally like told him that she had a crush on him. She told him she had a sex dream about him.
That's the video I saw. She
Yes.
told him that she had a sex dream about. She was like, I had an intimate dream about, or she was like, you were in my dream last night, and he was like, oh. I was. And then she was like, yes, we were in your office and we made love. And then he like didn't. He was like, oh, and then she said, and then he got really uncomfortable. He couldn't look me in the eye. He was looking everywhere except for at me in the eye. And he just, I don't know if he was uncomfortable because of, maybe he was uncomfortable because I said I had a dream about us having sex in his office, but it seemed like he was uncomfortable. I don't even know what the other thing was. Like
because he was so into it and turned on is what she's like implying. So like anytime he like doesn't give her something, because she eventually does like insist on seeing him in his office. And like she like gives him a hug and he's like super uncomfortable. So instead of being like, well, he probably didn't like that I crossed that boundary, she's like, he got really uncomfortable. Like
he had to concave his body to hide his erection.
Yeah, no, and there was also she just has so many weird relationships with like therapists and psychiatrists. Like she at one point is dating a therapist who has he sounds super inappropriate. Like he talks about how he has a client that he's really attracted to. And
she's like, oh, you're just like my psychiatrist.
Yeah. And he's like, I will like I have to jack off before I see her because to like release. So she
my God, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's like transfer your patient. That is so horrible. How violating if you found out that your therapist was jacking off before your sessions to like.
I know. So people need to dox him, not the psychiatrist. Anyways, so
that's
she like tells
you
that
should lose your license. There should be something that monitors therapists before they go to patient sessions to see like if their heart rate has spiked in the like hour preceding the session.
Or they just all need to jack off before every session.
Yeah, so
like
true.
Just
no
to
bias.
Make sure.
We need post-nut clarity for every therapy session out there. And it doesn't matter how ugly your patient is.
Oh my God. So she tells her psychiatrist about that. And he like got really uncomfortable. So she's like, that must mean he's done that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, I think this is like very connected to our episode topic.
It is.
And like especially because there's one of the early parts she just says his name and like for all the rest of the video she just says my psychiatrist, but in one video she said his first name, and so people of course, and she like has said like I didn't mean to say it, please don't dox him, but it's like you could have taken down the video.
Yeah.
And so of course people have like found him and are posting his photo and everything under like a bunch of her videos, and then she turned off comments, but like it's past the point of no return. People know who he is. So I feel bad for him. I also feel bad for her. Like, she's clearly not well and is kind of like ruining her own life.
So are they still I'm sorry, I just have to, are they still seeing each other?
Well, she hasn't finished the series, but no, they're not. She was like, she keeps talking about it like, I'm so glad I'm done with that. Like, I'm not in love with him anymore. But in one of the videos, she's like, in this series, I'm wearing the tortoiseshell glasses because they were his favorite, just in case he sees this. And it's like,
he's definitely seeing it, right?
Right. He's definitely seen.
This would be like, my show is on. Imagine if you were him and this was happening. Like, I would be watching. I would be glued.
Yeah. Pretty brutal.
That's crazy. Okay, well, I kind of want to just get into our topic, honestly. So I'll just do my scene really fast because it's not even a very good one. Emily Mariko salmon rice bowls. I've been making them with canned tuna, and it's really good and it's cheap. So
okay,
if you're still also making, yes, hello. If you're still also making Emily Mariko salmon rice bowls in 2025, try heating up some canned tuna with a little toasted sesame oil in the pan, and then scooping that into your rice in lieu of salmon.
Good
it's
idea.
yummy.
Okay.
And then like when you add the mayo and it's tuna, it's basically like tuna salad.
Perfect.
Okay. So what are we discussing today, Den?
Okay, today we are discussing an online community that goes by the name of Are We Dating the Same Guy?
Mm-hmm.
Are we, Kaya?
We kind of were the past few weekends at these weddings. I feel like it was like the group of all of us, and then Drew was like all of our boyfriend. Yeah. Are we dating the same guy? It's kind of interesting because I feel like this is a relatively new phenomenon, like last like 5 years or something. But I would have thought like this is like, I feel like this is exactly what Mark Zuckerberg intended when he created Facebook. Like this is like old Facebook to me. So it's funny to me that we didn't have this until like more recently.
This is like when Honesty Box was a Facebook plugin.
Yes. Oh my God. So true. Or like Yik Yak. Like it's very like using the internet as it was intended to bully people and make anonymous statements and gossip and like, yeah, succumb to all of our most base desires behind our computer screens.
And so I guess what I have inferred the original purpose of this group was, and I came across this group as a Facebook group, like a local one. They have them in different cities, like Are We Dating the Same Guy Atlanta? But apparently it's also an app. When I was looking at the description of the Facebook group, they were encouraging people to download the app. But the name suggests that the original intent was for people to see if like the guy they're dating is also secretly dating other people or maybe even married or something. It seems like it has like significantly evolved, at least from what I've seen.
We have strayed from the light of sisterhood. Or maybe not. Like maybe we are getting closer to the light of sisterhood, but we've definitely strayed from the original purpose.
Before we get in too deep, I wanted to like read the description and rules of the group.
So is this like a Facebook group it just says, Are We Dating the Same Guy? I'm only familiar with the regional ones. That's why I'm asking.
The one that I'm in is called Are We Dating the Same Guy Atlanta Metro or something.
Okay, yeah. And I'm in Are We Dating the Same Guy Boise? For reasons I can explain later.
Yeah. I also will explain why I'm in this group later because I'm not dating guys.
So did you became part of this group like prior to us doing this app?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just checking.
The about is this group is a place for women to support and empower other women while sharing information to protect each other from men who might exhibit any type of toxic or dangerous behavior. There are 3 main uses of this page. It can be used to inquire about someone you're dating or may potentially date to see if anyone has had any experience with them and give other women the chance to share relevant information. It can be used as a place where women can warn other women about liars, cheaters, abusers, or any men who exhibit any type of toxic or dangerous behavior. This is a welcoming space where women can ask for advice and relationship support, as well as post stories, memes, or anything else dating related that can help bring us together, keep us safe, or help us feel less alone. This is an official group that is linked to the Are We Dating the Same Guy app. We strongly encourage you to join the app once you have been approved into the group. It's completely free for old members. And then it says, for the safety of others, do not screenshot or share anything you see in this group. We have strict rules against showing anything from this group to anyone outside of this group, as well as speaking about this group publicly.
Uh-oh.
Anyone caught violating these rules will be banned. We do our best to keep
Pray
this
for
space
us.
as safe as we can, but we can't guarantee that something said in this group won't be leaked by another member. Please be mentally prepared for this possibility when posting here. The Are We Dating the Same Guy app blocks screenshots and has other countermeasures to help prevent these issues. Feel free to post anonymously if the option is available for your account. We will never reveal anyone's identity when something is posted anonymously. Members are expected to be accepting, inclusive, and supportive. We do not tolerate any bullying, shaming, victim blaming, racism, or aggressive behavior. This group is about protecting and empowering women, not judging men. We ban members who make mean-spirited or judgmental comments based on looks, age, occupation, etc. Was that the same?
Yes, that's the same. And then there's an extra paragraph that says, like, we manually vet every profile. But yeah, otherwise it is the same text verbatim. I'm just going to say immediately, we ban members who make mean-spirited or judgmental comments based on looks, age, occupation, etc. No, there is literally no way.
True.
That is what this group is at this point, at least the Boise one.
Yeah.
But,
So
I mean, it's not entirely that, but.
High likelihood we will get banned if anyone in these groups hears this, which is fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'll change names and details if we get into the meat of the group. But yeah, I don't know if if it's like Fight Club, just the pure mention of the Are We Dating the Same Guy group is enough to get us kicked out.
Most of the people that are posting in the group that I saw were anonymous. So I think it's just the fact of even sharing with people outside the group what the posts are, which I definitely want to do, would be a violation.
But we won't show photos.
Yeah.
We won't show the man that's being showed.
Yeah. And I'm fine with being banned.
Honestly, I'm fine with being banned too. I think this is one of my least favorite corners of the internet that I have access to right now. And because Facebook has become kind of a nothing burger, it's a lot. Basically my whole Facebook feed whenever I decide to open the app and see what's going on, it's AI images of Sydney Sweeney listicles about pets, and then Are We Dating the Same Guy? Crazy posts.
So. And I'm honestly I was kind of shocked how many people are active because it is Facebook. I didn't think people were really using it like that, but it's so active. And a lot of the people I think are older millennials or Gen X on it, but there's definitely a lot of young people as well.
Yeah. It seems to me people get in a habit of kind of serially posting on the page. Mm-hmm. I think if you're in you're really using dating apps era and you're going on a lot of first dates with a lot of guys, I see a lot of people posting about to go on a date with this guy, just went on a date with this guy. I think a lot of it is people who don't actually really have relationships with these people yet, just trying to get a vibe check on the person. But then the other type of post, which is very sad to me, is there are a lot of posts being I'm married and we have kids, just checking, does anyone recognize this man? Which is sad.
That is sad, but it feels that's more of the original intent of the group.
Yes, I think that's right. Or even okay, we've been dating for 6 months. And that's what's hard about this group is if that's the original intent is to check if your committed partner is dating someone else. Once you've gotten to this place, this group should be getting very few posts if that is what it's for. I don't know, it's sad to me that it's like, it's really like a group for people to, like, something already has to be wrong if you're posting in this group.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, yeah, it bums me out too. I feel like my fear of this episode is I'm going to end up defending men way more than I want to.
Yeah. To be clear, like, oh yeah, I don't
well, the
want
thing
that
is,
either.
it's like the group makes men and women look really bad. It's
Yeah.
kind of a stain on heterosexuality, which was already so pristine.
Our flawless reputation. It's tarnishing.
But like,
no, it's definitely embarrassing for everyone involved, unfortunately.
Because I do feel like I understand that, like, as a woman going on dates with men who are strangers, like, that is really scary and can be dangerous. So, like, I like the idea of, you know, people vetting that person. And, like, if
I do too.
In, like, my real life, like, if anyone was considering dating, like, anyone I know, like, even, like, friends of a friend, whatever, like, I would tell them, like, everything that they, like, should be concerned about, or, you know, or be like, yeah, they're a great person. But, like, the fact that it's online and with a group of so many people, like, it does make it super surveillance statey.
Yeah.
And then I think it's what you mentioned, like, it's just people get in the habit of, like, they won't even have met the person. Like, it's like anytime they match with someone, like, they'll post the photo and just be like, any tea, any red flags.
Right.
And then people commenting, like, it's such a range. Like, sometimes it is, like, genuinely things where I'm like, well, it's good they got warned. Like, people will be like, he essayed my friend. But sometimes it is, like, that, like, what you're not supposed to do, which is people just being like, I wouldn't date him.
Gay.
Like, don't like his vibe. Like, he has a really immature sense of humor. Like, okay.
Yeah, or like ugly nose. Like, okay, that's not, like, too skinny. Yuck. Like, that's so not what we're here for.
It's like,
boobs, haircut.
Literally.
And also sometimes the comments are just like, girl, get off your computer. Like, it'll just be someone being like, OMG, lol, like, saw him on a dating app like 3 weeks ago, didn't swipe right. And it's like, okay, this isn't.
So what, girl? Yeah. So that's, like, what's embarrassing about women. And then, like, what makes men look bad is just, it is genuinely sad that, like, most of the posts do have something negative about the guy that isn't just looks. Like, most of them will at least have, like, he ghosted me, or, like, he just was really, like, aggressive about sex too soon, or, like,
he love bombed me, like,
totally.
Like, he pressured me to come out. He kept asking me to come over at 2 a.m. Like, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, totally.
I don't know how he holds down a job because of how many girls he sleeps with.
That one's funny.
There was one
that one's like not so bad.
No,
like,
that one's not. I'm like, all right.
Nothing wrong with that. If you want to be promiscuous, like.
There was one that was so funny. That was like, clearly this guy's tagline was rise and grind. And there were literally like 80 comments that were people being like, we've all been victimized by rise and grind.
That man is like so happy to see that. Like, that's exactly what he wants. He's like, yes, these women think I'm hyper productive and a girl boss. I don't know what girl boss is so deep in my vernacular. I don't even remember what the man version of that is.
I think it's just boss, and that's the problem. Do you want to talk about how you became a member of the Boise group?
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to say, though, about why it's also embarrassing for men, aside from the comments, is that I will say it's like almost every photo I see that's posted, you're like, yeah, like, I don't even know why we need. Okay, so now I'm engaging in the third thing that we're not supposed to do, but it's like clearly from the photo there's going to be red flags with this guy. Like he's like
Yeah.
chugging a Four Loko and like spanking his kid in the photo. Like I think that people might have some red flags to share. Like it's not the cream of the crop, and at least in the Boise Are We Dating the Same Guy group. So yeah, I would say just the general pop that's
no,
being
like yeah, like if you're
posted.
scrolling through it, you would be like, I'm never dating guys again.
Yeah, it's like really gross. It's like it's the anti the summer I turned pretty. I'm so team Conrad right now.
Now
It's like dark bachelor.
Belly needs to be posted in there.
No, literally she does. Jeremiah should post her and then they would realize. No spoilers. I haven't seen the last episode. But okay, the way that I joined the group was I was not I think I was aware of these groups, but I don't know how. Like maybe I just seen reference to them on Twitter or something. But Drew's friend got posted because he went on a date with someone. I won't name names, but Drew's friend went on like one or two dates with a girl in Boise, and they were like super not exclusive, but she posted him in the group just to like see, I guess. But the photo that she posted was just kind of funny, and so I joined the group to try to see if I could find the post about him. And I did, and it was funny. It was a bad photo of him, but the good thing is there were no comments. Everyone was like, I've never seen this man in my life. So nothing there. Clean
Not
reputation.
For the streets.
Not for the streets. But
how did he find out?
He found out because like his friend saw it or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, banned.
I feel like it would be so hard for the guy not to see it. If they're like a guy like
right, like
our
name
age,
a woman.
like if they know any woman.
And like people have sisters. I feel like a lot of people I often see people commenting being like, this is my brother, he's a great guy, which is like, okay, well, do you fuck your brother? Because if not, like I'm not really interested in your perspective.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, well, how I also joined the group because a friend got posted and I wanted to see. He said we could share. It was my friend Lachlan, and I'll insert like a little clip of him talking.
So, for background context, I was recently divorced, and I decided to make a Hinge, just to see what was out there. And I was actually in the waiting room of the Atlanta City Jail at the time, fiddling around on my phone, and I got a text from one of my ex-wife's friends, and he sent me a screenshot of a med school group chat, which itself was a screenshot of a Facebook group called Are We Dating the Same Guy Atlanta? And someone had posted my Hinge profile on there.
What was your immediate reaction?
Well, I was obviously mortified. I mean, I think I was kind of hesitant to make a profile because I'd never been on a dating app before. I told myself like, you're overthinking it. Like, no one's going to think about your profile, as much as you do. And then this was like literally 2 days after I made it. It's like getting passed around, and there's like a whole background check going on in the comments section. There's even people who seem to like sort of have tangential knowledge about me, like definitely facts that are not totally random. Someone like found out that I passed the Georgia bar. Just super weird. I guess I should say the very fair reason it was posted is you could just see the edge of my wedding ring in one of the pictures I chose for my profile. So that's on me. I do think it's fair that this was posted.
Yeah, so the initial caption is, can anyone confirm or deny if Lachlan is married? So they were seeing the wedding ring. The comments are a mix. Some people trying to find out things about you. I don't think he's married, but I also don't think he lives in Georgia. Okay.
Oh wow! See, you can see I'm only looking at the screenshot, so you can see more than I can.
Yeah,
You got to
someone
send me the
was
full post.
some people are just saying like the ring could mean nothing. My boyfriend likes to wear jewelry.
I appreciate this girl Morgan who's like, you know, he's probably out of a long-term relationship and just didn't notice. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, very honestly, it's actually a little more like hinged than I expected,
Yeah.
so to speak.
I
More
wouldn't
reasonable.
I wouldn't say that's all the posts, but yeah, it's pretty hinged. Pun not intended. A moderator did comment and said, please make sure you are not sharing any last names, employers, social media handles, or any other personal
Oh,
information.
interesting. Okay, so they are trying to maintain some standards.
Yeah, I don't know if that was because of the Georgia Bar comment, but
I was worried that, I don't know, I'm sure some people got some laughs out of it in the med school group chat, but I think initially I was worried that like more would come of it than ultimately did.
Mhm.
I don't know who posted it, who knows.
Yeah,
So it all worked out in the end.
and you changed out the photo.
And yes, of course. Yeah, of course. With a slightly inferior photo.
Someone was like, my boyfriend just likes to wear jewelry. It's like, okay, well, it's clearly a wedding ring.
Girl, your boyfriend is having an affair.
Your boyfriend's married to someone else.
My boyfriend just likes to go home and hang out with the wife. That's what he calls his roommates.
They're all collectively called the wife. I like
My
that.
boyfriend lives in this like new age collective called My Wife's House.
My wife and kids.
When my boyfriend goes out with the bros, he likes to call it putting the kids to bed. It's really funny.
Anyways, and then people were just like really digging and posting like anything they could find about him.
Because he's type O blood type and his address is like whatever. Yeah, I do feel like this is the problem with this group is that like people have been wronged and they feel rightly so. They have anger at the male population.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Like keep that rage. And so then in like this is kind of a sad situation you're describing where it's like he has done nothing wrong, but people are going to like channel their anger at past men into like the energy of like doxing this man basically.
I feel like it would just make me feel really like watched if I found out people were like commenting about me in a group that I couldn't see.
Right. I mean, if I would like be asking every girl I'm on a date with like, hey, like did you see the post? Like, are there any new comments? Anyone talking about
are you gonna post
prowess in bed? Yeah.
I also think there's something that's been happening online where things like behaviors that used to be reserved for people that actually like abused someone, like sexually assaulted someone, like committed domestic violence, like those people like should be shunned from spaces and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And like held accountable, but like people are treating just like regular kind of douchebag behavior the same way. Like it reminded me of West Elm Caleb.
I was just gonna say the West Elm Caleb-ification of it all. Yes, let's go back to this because I was just doing a deep dive on West Elm Caleb in anticipation of this episode, and I was like, what did he do again? And I was looking at this like BuzzFeed article. It was actually, I think it was a Rolling Stone article,
oh my God.
which like, okay. Bon appetit, top 10 dishes to make your West Elm Caleb. And it's like a bunch of the girls who had made those videos were like, I'm okay, to be clear, I don't stand with West Elm Caleb and I honestly don't even really remember what he did. So like, I really shouldn't be speaking about this on mic, but some of the videos that I was seeing as I started to look into this was a lot of people being like, oh, I went on a date with him and he ghosted me. And it's like, well, that's not like fodder for a Rolling Stone article. Like, I don't know.
I feel like what happened with that is it was just like a bunch of people on TikTok were like talking about how they were seeing this guy, or like probably it started with just like a couple, and then
Yeah.
it was just funny because they realized it was the same guy, so then it became like West
A
Elm
meme.
Caleb, and then I mean, like, I thought at that point that it was fun. It's like, oh my God, like, all these girlies, like, finding out they're dating the same, they've gone on dates with
Right.
the same guy. Like, that's kind of fun that they were, like, able to figure that out.
Yeah.
But then, like, it just got way too big. And didn't he, like, get fired or something? Maybe
From
I'm
West
making
Elm.
that.
Well, this
that
is also
up.
part of the issue. We shouldn't be referring to him in the context of his
job.
profession. Yeah.
But it is
I don't
so
know if he got
catchy.
fired. It is so catchy. I mean, God, can't a guy have a type and the type be influencers? Like, yeah, I do not support West Elm Caleb, but I totally agree. I feel like we need to be careful with weaponizing the internet for just any old thing. And
like,
go ahead.
Yeah, just like sharing like personal information about people so much. Like also the whole thing of when people will like overhear someone like at the airport and then post a video and be like, if you're married to a man named Daniel who's on a flight to Houston right now, like, girl, he's not going to a conference. He's cheating on you.
Dude. Okay, I'm curious how you feel about this. I genuinely don't want to know. Like, I do not.
Especially not in that way, like where
Not
everyone else knows too. And people are tagging me. How embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing. It's like, yeah, I honestly at that point, don't tell me. Like, yeah. Well, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
those videos are crazy.
We don't need to be sharing each other so much online.
No. Not everyone needs a camera that records footage. We do, obviously. Podcasters, we need to be shared online. But everyone else, take a little chill pill. I was thinking about like the purpose of the group, and I feel like there are like, I think that I agree with you that there should be a like verifiable way for women to come together in community and share when someone has done something horrible to them, like rape or domestic violence or sexual assault or what have you. Like, and I don't think that like our current public safety infrastructure like provides for that. So I like the idea of there being some type of like app or website or resource where you could have like verifiable like claims of these things, or not even verifiable, but just like know that the person who's posting the thing is like a real human being and be able to like connect. And I don't know, like something like that would be good, but that should be distinct from this page where people can just like post any man before they go on a date with them. I think. And then also separately, we do not need a citywide page for women to be able to like kiki about relationship memes.
I mean, maybe we do if it's just literally just memes.
Yeah, memes is fine. But I was just scrolling in the Boise one before this, and it's like the content has gone so far off the rails. Like the first image was just like an image of a ring. And then I was like, what even is this? But then I realized it was like, I guess someone had found that item maybe in their like boyfriend's car or home. And they were like posting it to be like, whose ring is this? Like, you know, that's another version of this. Those videos people were making on TikTok that would be like filming a man's bedroom and being like, if anyone recognizes this bedroom, like you better tell me now before I get attached.
Oh my God.
That's kind of crazy. Like, that's such an intimate space. I don't know.
I know.
I would feel so violated if someone came over to my home and then like filmed my bedroom and put it on the internet.
Yeah. But people have been so wronged. I know. I agree with you. I don't think it's the right solution. Men just need to behave better.
Yeah. Okay. So then they do. And the second post after the ring was a meme about how Prince Charles losing his hair and not getting hair plugs is like one of the greatest tragedies of all time.
Oh
like,
my
get that
God.
shit off the page. We do not need this here. No one's dating the same guy as
That's so funny.
Kate Middleton. Yeah.
William, right?
Prince William. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Not
I'm like,
Prince Charles.
Harry doesn't have his hair anymore.
Well, and also Prince Charles is like 100 years old. He definitely doesn't have his hair anymore. King Charles? I think he's king. Yeah, Prince William.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. And then have you heard of the Tea app?
Mm-mm.
Okay, this is so relevant. I was telling Hannah what we were recording about today, and she was like, oh, are you talking about the Tea app? Which I had also never heard of. But apparently, like 2 weeks ago, this exploded on the internet. These people created an app where you would like upload your driver's license so that only women could join, and it would like verify that you were a real woman. And then it would be like all the men in an area, like geographically limited, and you could upload a photo of them, and then you could like, it would be like a little teacup icon, and then you could add red flags. So you would like add a red flag, like, and I think this was really more meant for like domestic violence and sexual assault and things like that. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think the red flags would be like choose with mouth open, but maybe, I don't know. And then other women could like vouch for the red flag. So they could like tap on it, and then like it would be like 4 like little red flag emoji or whatever. But it's so tragic because this started and then someone hacked it, and then all of these women's driver's licenses got leaked.
Oh my God.
So all of their addresses like were publicized. And this like all just happened.
That's
but I guess for like
horrible.
a period of time, Hannah's TikTok feed at least was like, it was just like one person who had access to the app, and then they were responding to comments where people would be like, do St. Louis, and then it would like screen record the app or whatever and show who was there. And then which also defeats the purpose. Like, that person should be banned. But
yeah, I like that idea of that app more.
Yeah.
Sure. Like, that does seem like a better solution if people are actually using it for real.
Yeah, and I think, like, I don't know because I'm not on it, but it seemed like it was, like, less of, like, a forum for conversation.
Yeah, like, you can't just post someone and ask. Someone has to be posted because they have a red flag.
I think so. I actually don't know if you can post someone just to post them.
Yeah, that seems good.
You might be able to post someone just to post them. But there's no, like, comment space for you to be, like, ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that didn't work out, unfortunately, but very relevant.
Darn.
Foiled again. Yeah.
Also, you saying something about like wanting to make sure people are real and stuff reminded me that I saw from the group that some men, and I'm sure women too, are using like AI for their profiles now, which like not surprising, but I hadn't even thought of that, which is
like on Hinge.
I don't know what app specifically, but like for their photos, I'm sure it could be any of them.
Are they making like are they catfishing, or are they like submitting their photo to AI and being like, make me sexier?
Probably
make me more like this woman's psychiatrist. Watch an hour and a half of this woman's videos and then turn me in this photo into like a version of myself that's like that guy.
Me setting boundaries.
Me looking away when she says we had sex in my office.
No, I think it was like complete catfish, but probably people are using it to make themselves hotter too.
And I bet people are using it to have conversations.
Oh, yeah.
Like there's going to be like a ChatGPT plugin.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just scrolling through some of my screenshots. There was a meetup in person 5 days ago that has 100 likes.
What do you mean a meetup? Like just a meetup of women?
Yeah. A group of us are meeting up at Reformation Brewery tonight.
That's funny. It's just like a meeting place for women scorned.
Yeah, so there is a community, I guess.
Yeah. I'm really struggling with this because I really like want to be like fuck men, but also like,
but not in
I
this
don't
way.
think this is my scene. Like, I don't think this should exist. I kind of feel like
I don't think so either. I think the tool needs to be taken away from us. We didn't play with it.
Yeah, we did
toy,
not treat it well. My boy Only breaks his favorite toys.
Yeah, we broke it.
We broke it. I feel like you just, if you feel like you've got to post it, you need to sit down and have a conversation because something's probably already wrong.
I think you're gonna hear things you don't want to hear no matter what.
I have like very poor self-control, and yet I'm not posting him there. So I just feel like we need to be protective of these ladies scorned and take this tool away from them because they, you know what I mean? It's like an act of self-care. They shouldn't be allowed to do this, at least not to like a serial degree. And honestly, frankly, even if it's like, I think my husband is cheating on me, like you got to figure out another way this is not the way. Go to couples therapy, confront him, ask his friends. I don't know what you're supposed to do, but it's not this, I don't think.
Yeah. I do feel like there are like a lot of people that have stories where they're like, I literally have no idea and he had no idea and he was so good at lying.
But it's like in that case, like break into his phone, right? I
guess just like, is it? Yeah, because it's just like the public nature of it that seems bad. I agree. Like, because that person may or may not be guilty. And like, we don't, like. Yeah. Not to go into my defending men bag too much, but like his coworkers or like his boss, like, bosses can be women too. Bosses can be scorned women.
Well, that's girl bosses. Bosses are men.
His future girl boss is a scorned woman on this forum that's not gonna hire him now because he might be cheating.
Is there a version of this for lesbians?
Not that I've heard of.
I feel like we're not far from it. I hate to say.
Are we dating the same hey mamas?
Yeah. Are we U-hauling with the same hey mamas?
Yeah.
Explain that to a pilgrim.
Words.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. Do you think this is something that would happen in the lesbian community? Or is there like something innately heterosexual about this kind of like women coming together to like quote unquote witch hunt men?
Well, they wouldn't work with like queer people, right? Because it's like, who is not allowed in the group? Like then everyone's just seeing
that's so
everything.
True. Yeah, so I guess it doesn't work. There's something very like gender warfare about are we dating the same man groups, and that's sacred. Mm-hmm. That's pure and heterosexual.
It's the foundation of our country.
Yeah, it's not my scene.
It's not my
And
scene
actually
either.
recording this app, I'm like, okay, please ban me. If you don't ban me, I'm just gonna leave the group. I don't want to see it anymore.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna stay until I get banned, just in case anyone else I know gets posted and wants.
Okay, me too.
Wants to see. I'm not.
Maybe I'll just mute it.
I'm not really like scrolling on it. I'm not really tempted by it. I looked before this episode, but yeah.
It's sad. It makes you sad to look at. It's not funny. The memes on it aren't funny enough to make the sadness worth it.
The memes are sad too. Like the memes are like, my vagina has cobwebs. What do you call a good honest man? Non-existent.
Yeah, it's like that. Or it's like missing. My faith in men. Reward $1 million.
Yeah. There's shitty, sad Facebook memes.
Yeah. And soon the AI images of Sydney Sweeney will make their way in. Honestly, I'm surprised that bots haven't overridden. This is like one of the pure bot-free spaces on the internet. The mods of the "Are We Dating the Same Man" Facebook groups are working overtime.
Yeah, that's true.
That would also be so weird. Like, what if your partner was moderating the "Are We Dating the Same Men" Facebook group?
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like that would be a point of strife. Like,
really? because it's so anti, like if you're a man.
No, it's just like so much time. Like,
I'd be like, not now, honey. Mommy's got work to do.
not now, sweetie. I'm verifying whether this man cheated or not. I just feel like this kind of page, like if you're going to engage with it, it should be a very seasonal thing. Like it's like when you're in that era, when you're in a like swiping on the apps a lot, like wanting to make sure that men are safe time in your life. Or I guess a very brief jump in if you need to test whether or not your marriage is on the rocks. But like the idea of just like doing this all the time, like a part-time job, no matter your relationship status, I feel like that would be
Yeah,
it would bum me out.
Mentality. Yeah.
It would also just, I would always be like, are you cheating on me? Like,
yeah, like seeing that many like stories all the time. Totally.
Yeah.
Not our scene. Maybe next time.
Really fast, let's just say some stuff we don't like about men to like get back on ladies' side.
More like the men on there really do suck. So I see why people want to do this.
Yeah, so true. And yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for this episode. Sorry for what we've said. But we don't need those groups.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.